Issues of environmental damage in America need to be addressed with reasonable and realistic solutions. Conservation methods need to be implemented for an improved environment in America, or we will face dire consequences to our environment. Hello, I'm Pickurel, and this is leading to my question of what is being done to contribute to environmental damage in America and how can it be avoided. What is environmental damage? Environmental damage is the depletion of the environment, nature, or one's habitat. The cause for depletion of America's environment is mostly at the fault of Americans. However, there are some natural causes contributing to environmental depletion. There are many types of environmental damage, such as global warming, pollution, and urbanization. And each is correlated with modern technologies and increasing population in America. Global warming is one of the many major causes of environmental degradation in America, and is referred to as the rising temperature of the earth. The effects of global warming in America is largely due to the immense burning of fossil fuels to generate electricity, to power vehicles, and to heat homes. This increases the number of gases that trap heat in the Earth's atmosphere, also known as greenhouse gases, as said in the article Pollution, written by the National Geographic Society. According to the article Global Warming Science, written by the Union of Concerned Scientists, the most prominent greenhouse gas is carbon dioxide. There's an immense amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, with the annual increase in carbon dioxide being 3 billion tons, and half of the carbon dioxide emitted since the Industrial Revolution still remains in the atmosphere, as said by former British Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher in a speech to the United Nations General Assembly in our stimulus package. America is the second largest emitter of carbon dioxide, and Americans also produce more waste than any other nation in the world, with 4.5 pounds of municipal solid waste per day per person, making the excess waste have detrimental effects to our environment, such as pollution. As said in the article Environmental Degradation in North America, that comes from Penn State, a learning and teaching source. Which leads me to my next topic, pollution, another major cause of environmental damage. Pollution is defined as the introduction of harmful materials known as pollutants into the environment. Pollutants can be natural, such as volcanic ash, or can be caused by Americans, such as runoff produced by factories. Pollutants damage the quality of air, water, and land. The damage caused by Americans is only increasing, with more gases being burned into the atmosphere, companies and individuals creating waste, and the use of pesticides, making Americans most susceptible to blame for environmental damage. The burning of fossil fuels creates pollutants that create smog and acid rain. Natural oils and gases that leak into waterways from underground sources known as petroleum seeps, along with chemicals and oils produced by factories known as runoff, leak into waterways, contaminating the water. Mining and drilling, oil spills, buried chemical waste, sewage improperly treated, fertilizer used in agriculture, and excess garbage caused by Americans contribute not only to water pollution but land pollution as well. The issue of pollution is only getting worse as the population increases, leading me to my next topic, urbanization. Urbanization and the increase of population is also a major factor in environmental damage in America. Forests are being destroyed in order for the creation of cities, factories, and homes. These forests aid in removing carbon dioxide from the air, and with the destruction of them, this contributes to global warming. Every year, an area of the forest equal to the whole surface of the United Kingdom is destroyed. With the increase in population, industrialization, and modern technologies, more land is being cultivated. The world's population as a whole is expected to undergo substantial growth over the period, almost all of which is expected to occur in the cities and towns of poor countries, as said by Mark R. Montgomery in the article The Urban Transformation of the Developing World, included in our stimulus packet. With the growth of the world's population expected to mostly occur in cities of poor countries, this also means an increase in America's cities as well. Global warming, pollution, and urbanization affect the environment tremendously, with global warming contributing to seas rising, an increase in extreme weather events, destruction of ecosystems, changing seasons, disruption to food supplies, plant and animal ranges, and the potential for abrupt climate change. Pollution creates smog, which contributes to health hazards. Acid rain damages the land and enters into waterways, contributing to a toxic environment for aquatic life, along with petroleum seeps and runoff. Mining leaves soils contaminated, pesticides harm crops and wildlife, and excess garbage produced by Americans pollute the land and can harm wildlife, leading to extinction. Urbanization contributes to global warming and destroying of ecosystems and habitats, leading to the extinction of wildlife as well. Americans' contributing factors to environmental damage not only affects America, but other nations as well. What are the different viewpoints of environmental damage in America? Americans are divided on the issues of environmental damage, with the division being mainly the most prominent political parties of Democrats and Republicans. There are also mixed emotions about the policies passed in America regarding environmental damage. Americans' opinions on environmental damage are also split in age, with adults younger than the age of 30 more likely than those ages 65 and older to say preserving the environment should be a priority, according to Pew Research Center. Furthermore, into the political lens, the 44th President of the United States, Democrat Barack Obama, from 2009 to 2017, pictured on the left, enforced policies that intended to halt environmental damage, while current 45th President, Republican Donald Trump, pictured on the right, policies that are being implemented are reversing Obama's past policies. Trump's policies threaten to limit the federal funding for the environment in return for what he thinks will encourage a better economy. Furthermore, into Republican or conservative beliefs, about 6 in 10 conservatives said in a survey conducted in 2016 by Pew Research Center that environmental laws hurt the economy. In another survey conducted by Pew Research Center, 23% of American adults said the country has gone too far in its efforts to protect the environment. Republicans believe defending the country from future terrorist attacks and strengthening the economy needs to be the main focus of the government. However, Democrats and those with more liberal beliefs have consistently been more likely than Republicans to say that the country should do whatever it takes to protect the environment, with 74% of American adults agreeing with this claim, according to Pew Research Center. Democrats are almost twice as likely as Republicans to cite preserving the environment as a significant priority for Congress and the President, with 55% of Americans agreeing, rating the environment as a top policy issue. Now, what can be done to solve the issues of environmental damage? The government needs to enforce policies to combat and regulate environmental depletion by limiting the amount and types of chemicals industries are allowed to use in filter pollution to slow global warming. There needs to be harsher punishments and fines for those who illegally litter to halt contamination of land, air, and water. International agreements need to be implemented to aid in the international issue of global warming. There needs to be an increase in organization involvement for better advocacy of environmental damage. And Americans need to make conservation methods such as public transportation, owning fewer electronics, and stopping the use of disposable products for a much healthier environment. For these solutions to be enforced, there needs to be an increase in government involvement, education, and funding. However, with these solutions come limitations. There is limited government funding and involvement to combat this issue. Getting foreign nations to agree on policies would be extremely difficult and would also be hard to regulate. Not everyone agrees on environmental damage being an actual issue, and not everyone will agree to make certain lifestyle changes leading to rebellion if partial laws were enforced. There are so many businesses that it would be hard to regulate pollution. And lastly, with the increasing population leading to more and more urbanization, an environmentally friendly future seems to be becoming much harder to achieve. Thank you.
All right, so let's do a few questions. How did your research question evolve as you moved through your research process, and did it go in a different direction than you planned?
At first, there was times where I thought my question was too broad, so I decided to focus on the 3 main prominent contributors to environmental damage: global warming, pollution, and urbanization. And I decided to just focus on the contributors to environmental damage instead of the effects, so my research was recovered.
So if you had more time, what additional research would you conduct?
If I had more time, I would want to focus more on the more specific effects, such as like urbanization affecting wildlife and their extinction of wildlife, or like health hazards caused by pollution.
All right, thank you.